Today on Judge Porter.
Since I ruled in your favor, you've been, I forgot what they call it. Your business has been receiving negative reviews on social media since then?
I just need help. And you know, I'm losing customers by the day. And I feel like my grandparents, like I can't let them down because this is their baby. And
we're here for case number 3911, City of Mango Park versus Vanessa Lawrence.
Hi, Your Honor.
Miss Lawrence, you're back in this courtroom.
Yeah.
This time you've done something and you've made the city upset.
I have done no such thing. Honestly, since I was here, I have just been hit with more claims, and my store has taken a hit, unfortunately. I have inspectors coming in almost every week, and it's disrupting the workplace. It's making customers feel unsafe, and I keep getting these claims of negligence, and I truly do not understand.
Wait a minute. You're telling me, because I remember your case very clearly, because you're the one, you had the guy, the scam guy who tried to fake an injury and tried to sue you, and yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
I remember that. I remember that case. And you're saying since I ruled against him, you've been hit with what again?
I've just been hit with numerous claims. I've been hit
Same
with...
guy or different?
I don't know if it's the same guy at this point because it's social media. It's under numerous different accounts. So I don't know if it's him or if it's multiple people at this point, but I've been getting multiple complaints about the negligence and the conditions of the store and the employees. And I'm at my wit's end. I'm losing my business, and I can't afford to lose this.
So you're saying that since I ruled in your favor, you've been, I forgot what they call it. Your business has been receiving negative reviews on social media?
Yes,
then?
yes, Your Honor, negative reviews. I've had inspectors coming in because
tell me about these inspectors. I'm curious.
Your Honor, they come into the store. It almost seems like they want to find something wrong, and there's nothing to find because I maintain the premises.
Inspectors, or is it one particular inspector? I'm asking for a reason.
Yes, Your Honor. It's a couple that I have seen. So it seems like once I have one inspector, they say everything is good, everything is clear. The next week, it's a new person comes in with new claims.
Okay, when they say that they come in for new claims and stuff like that, did they give a idea of how that situation can be resolved?
No, Your Honor, they just said that they need to inspect this place, and they are able to come here and inspect at will. And so they don't give me any heads up or anything. I just have to, I guess, be prepared to be scrutinized is what it feels like.
And this has been going on since I ruled in your favor.
Yes.
Prior to that, did you have any problems with inspections from the city or anything like that?
No, Your Honor. We have never had any problems. In the 40 years that my grandparents owned this store, we had no claims filed against us. We have no complaints from the community. Everyone loves us within this community. So I don't understand. I don't know what to do.
Okay, I do see where the city did fine you for violations, but it's weird. It's almost like they gave you the fine, but it's
It felt unsubstantiated, Your Honor. It just because they didn't provide any evidence as to the negligence. They didn't provide any reports or anything that they had found that was out of the ordinary. Everything is up to standard. Everything is up to par.
I don't have a representative from the city, as you can see. So I can't ask them what is going on with these particular fines. I find it extremely odd and a little bit frustrating that because you have a right to to counter allegations that are made against you, especially when those allegations are going to cost you money. And it would be nice if somebody from the city can give some clarity as to why you, or your business, I should say, rather, were hit with fines. What's bothering me is a couple of months ago, we had a situation where there was another store. I don't know if you've heard the story, where there was a city inspector who was going to different places, and he was mysteriously finding things wrong with businesses, violation of city code, this and that, when he did his inspections. And it was a case of, I found this inspection, but it's really not that major. If you grease my palm a little bit, I can make some of these violations I found go away. And that was my concern. And I don't know who the inspector is on your particular case. As a matter of fact, I don't even remember the guy's name. I don't even remember. I know there was an investigation against this individual. I need to follow up and see what happened with that, because that's something that's also concerning. But what's concerning to me also is that I want to make sure this is not an act of being a retaliation against you because you rule. Now, I can't control what somebody does on social media. I can't control that. I can rule on your favor if I can prove that it was a case of libel. I can do that, but we don't even know where it is your views came from specifically, If
I may, Your Honor,
yes, ma'am.
I just need help, and I'm losing customers by the day, and I feel like my grandparents, I can't let them down because this is their baby, and it's not fair. I feel like since we had been here, it's like it's gotten so much worse.
And again, I can't say for now, but I have a sneaky suspicion how this unfolded, because like you said, prior to my ruling, you didn't have any problems. It's after my ruling, now all of a sudden you have all these problems. And
yes,
it's concerning me that I have inspectors who are coming in and saying that your business is not up to code. To me, I think what needs to happen is this. I think that this court needs to do its own follow-up investigation. And I've never had this situation before. We need to do our follow-up investigation, speak to these inspectors, find out how because it probably came from a complaint that this is going on. We need to find out the source of that complaint. And I have a feeling that source is going to be I can't remember that guy's name, the gentleman that you filed a suit against you, and find out if that individual is doing this for that fashion. If that be the case, then I could do something as far as he is concerned. So like I said, this court needs to do a follow-up investigation and find out what's going on. I think that he got arrested for fraud, if I'm not mistaken. I think Mango Park actually arrested him for some other unrelated fraud incidences that occurred within our city.
Yes,
but this is very disturbing, to say the least. I've never had a situation where a person were ruled against them, and the person who received on the other end is now having all hell rain down on them. I've never had that situation before. You're literally the first person, and I'm bothered by this. I'm really bothered by this. In the meantime, these fines, I'm going to have them suspended at this time until the court can get in contact with these inspectors and find out, what's the basis of this, and make sure that this is not an act of retaliation, to make sure that it's not an act of corruption. Because like I said, unfortunately, I did have a gentleman who worked for the city, an inspector who was corrupt and was just making up allegations. I need to make sure that everything's on the up and up. Okay, if the city convinces me everything's on the up and up, then unfortunately I'm going to have to go forward with the fines, and I would have no control over that. But we will do a thorough investigation to find out and make sure that everything is truthful and honest, and that this gentleman who I ruled against in your favor is not using the system for revenge. Because if that's the case, then yeah, he's going to be, how do I say this nicely? Well, let's just say to me, I'm going to have a conversation, and he's not going to like that conversation. But for right now, I'm suspending all fines that the city has levied against you until our investigation is complete. I'm going to give this, 60 to 90 days should do it until we find out what the end result is going to be, okay? But I don't want you to worry about that. Like I said, if I find out that something's off, you will be the first to know.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Like I said, the city's case is going to be suspended for the time being. They don't even have a representative. So what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately, on their behalf, is I am going to suspend it. I'm going to rule against them. The case is going to be dismissed. The fines will be suspended until a later date. Okay? I hope you have a better day, ma'am.
Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
I am once again grateful that the judge has sided with me. I am just hoping to continue to support and honor my grandparents' legacy. I'm here to defend our business's name and to clear it. And I just want to continue serving our community and just continuing being the staple and the hub that we are today.